On March 8, 2026, the world woke up to a chilling proclamation from the heart of Tehran. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, issued a formal warning that has sent shockwaves through global energy markets and military command centers alike. Despite the devastating loss of their supreme leader just days prior, the message from the IRGC was one of defiance, not defeat. Spokesperson Ali Mohammed Naini made the stakes crystal clear. Iran is prepared to fight an intense war against the United States and Israel for at least 6 months at the current operational tempo. This isn't just rhetoric, it is a strategic pivot. While the West anticipated a swift collapse of the regime following the decapitation of its leadership, Tehran is signaling that it has the depth, the ordnance, and the ideological resolve for a marathon. As smoke continues to billow over 5 critical oil sites near the capital, facilities the Israeli military claims were essential to Iran's military infrastructure, the IRGC's 6-month vow serves as a grim forecast. They are betting that the global economy will break before their will does. With crude prices surging and stock markets in a freefall, the intense pace mentioned by Naini involves more than just missiles. It involves a systematic strangulation of the world's most vital energy arteries. Tehran's calculus is simple: survival through attrition. They are no longer looking for an off-ramp or a diplomatic exit. They are looking to prove that in a world of high-tech precision, the sheer weight of a prolonged, grinding conflict can still bring superpowers to their knees. The red zone has officially expanded. On this same Sunday, the conflict spilled over the borders of the primary combatants and deep into the heart of the Gulf. Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Defense confirmed that its air defense systems intercepted a swarm of at least 15 drones. The target? The diplomatic quarter in Riyadh, the heavily fortified district housing the world's embassies and international missions. Simultaneously, the situation in Kuwait took a tragic turn. 2 fire officers were killed in the line of duty while battling massive blazes at the international airport's fuel tanks. The cause? A coordinated drone strike that bypassed primary defenses to hit the nation's aviation infrastructure. The Kuwaiti military has labeled this a direct targeting of vital infrastructure, a move that effectively ends any lingering hope of Gulf neutrality. For years, these nations have walked a tightrope, balancing their security ties with the West against the reality of being Iran's neighbors. That tightrope has snapped. In the wake of the strikes, the Kuwaiti National Oil Company announced a precautionary reduction in crude production, citing the immediate threat to the Strait of Hormuz. This is the new reality of the Middle East. Whether it's debris falling on a vehicle in Dubai or missiles being intercepted over the Prince Sultan Air Base, the geography of the war is no longer contained. Today's strikes prove that in Tehran's eyes, everyone is a target now. If you house a base, host an embassy, or pump the oil that fuels the West, you are part of the front line. Amid the high-level military maneuvering, a human tragedy has become the emotional epicenter of the war. In the southern Iranian city of Minab, the Shajare Tayyibeh Girls' Elementary School was reduced to rubble. Reports from Iranian state media suggest a staggering death toll, between 150 and 180 people, the vast majority of them schoolgirls between the ages of 7 and 12. The international outcry was immediate, but the narrative is fiercely contested. Speaking from Air Force One, President Donald Trump addressed the tragedy with characteristic bluntness. He pointed the finger squarely at Tehran, suggesting the school was hit by Iran's own inaccurate munitions during a failed intercept attempt. "We think it was done by Iran," Trump told reporters. "They are very inaccurate with their munitions, as you know." Tehran, however, tells a different story. They claim the school was triple-tapped by precision missiles during a U.S.-Israeli raid on a nearby IRGC base. Independent investigators from major Western outlets have noted that the damage appears far too precise for a single errant interceptor, suggesting a catastrophic intelligence failure or a horrific collateral incident. Regardless of who pulled the trigger, the Minab tragedy has become a potent weapon in the information war. For Iran, it is proof of Western barbarism. For the White House, it is a symbol of the regime's incompetence and the danger they pose to their own people. As parents in Minab dig through the ruins of classrooms for their children, the boots versus bots conflict has found its most heart-wrenching casualty. While the West is bogged down in the sands and smoke of the Middle East, Beijing has quietly shifted the goalposts for the future of humanity. This week, as part of its 15th five-year plan, the Chinese government officially elevated brain-computer interfaces, or BCI, to a core strategic industry. This isn't just an academic pursuit or a response to Elon Musk's Neuralink. China is aiming for nothing less than the integration of brain chips into public service within 3 to 5 years. According to leading experts like Yao Dezhong, China possesses a unique set of advantages: a massive population, a cost-effective industrial chain, and a government capable of integrating these technologies into national medical insurance and public infrastructure almost overnight. The neural leap represents a fundamental shift in the boots versus bots paradigm. While the U.S. focuses on remote-controlled drones and AI-driven missiles, China is looking at the human-machine hybrid. By merging the human brain directly with digital networks, they hope to bypass the latency of traditional interfaces. In the medical field, this could mean restoring mobility to the paralyzed or sight to the blind. But in the context of the current global tension, the military implications are impossible to ignore. A soldier or an operator who can control a swarm of drones with a thought without the need for a screen or a joystick changes the nature of combat forever. While the world watches the missiles over Tehran, Beijing is building the ultimate bot, one that lives inside the human mind. In a bizarre twist of fate, the battlefields of Eastern Europe have provided the solution for the crisis in the Middle East. For years, Ukraine has been the world's premier laboratory for drone warfare, enduring thousands of Iranian-made Shahed drones launched by Russian forces. Now, that hard-won expertise is being exported. President Zelensky has confirmed that at the request of the United States and several Gulf partners, Ukrainian drone hunters are being deployed to the Middle East. These aren't just soldiers, they are technical specialists who have mastered the art of cut-price air defense. They have learned how to use $1,000 interceptor drones to take down $50,000 suicide UAVs, an essential ratio for the 6-month war Iran is threatening. The UK and the US are reportedly in talks to purchase Ukrainian interceptors, acknowledging that Western multi-million-dollar missiles are simply too expensive to use against swarms of cheap drones. Ukrainian specialists are now on the ground in the Gulf, setting up acoustic sensors and digital common operating pictures that were perfected in the defense of Kyiv. It's a strange irony. The very drones currently hitting Kuwait and Riyadh are the ones Ukraine has spent 4 years learning to kill. By bringing Ukrainian operators into the fold, the West is effectively merging two separate conflicts into one global struggle against Iranian technology. The hunters have become the instructors, and the desert has become the new testing ground for the tactics of the future. As we look at the events of March 8, 2026, a clear and terrifying picture emerges. The world is no longer divided by traditional borders or simple ideologies. We are seeing the birth of a world divided into boots versus bots. On one side, you have the boots, the traditional military power of the IRGC, willing to sacrifice lives in a 6-month marathon of attrition, and the Gulf states suddenly finding their soil turned into a battlefield. On the other, you have the bots, the Ukrainian interceptors, the high-altitude U.S. bombers, and China's burgeoning BCI technology that seeks to replace the human element entirely. The Minab tragedy shows us the horrific cost of this transition. When precision technology meets the inaccuracy of a desperate regime, children pay the price. The strikes on Riyadh and Kuwait show us that no one can opt out of this new era. The world's economy, its energy, and its very safety are now tied to the success or failure of automated systems. We are at a crossroads. Will the 6-month vow hold, dragging the world into a prolonged dark age of high-tech siege? Or will the neural leap and the Ukraine expertise provide a way to neutralize the threat before the global system collapses? One thing is certain. The war of 2026 is being fought in the minds of scientists in Beijing, the drone labs of Kyiv, and the ruins of schools in Iran. The verdict is still out, but the bots are winning.